Ever asked yourself what's my greatest weakness? Probably the greatest human weakness is self-deprecation. That is selling oneself short. And this can be seen in countless ways, starting from looking at a job post on LinkedIn. It's exactly what you wanted, but still you don't do anything about it because you feel that you aren't good enough for that job, so why do we even have to try? Or let's say you have an amazing idea and you know that this particular person is the right prospect for this idea. But still, you don't share your ideas with that person, you don't reach out to them because you feel that your idea is not important enough to be heard, or maybe that person is too big enough to see you. So, in the end, you don't even try from your side and you don't even share your ideas, and everything is just left inside, buried completely. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that we have literally made self deprecation as a part of our lifestyle where we come across every good opportunity, but we just deny it or do not consider it because we feel that we aren't good enough for that job or good enough for that role, so we don't even try from our side. Happens, right? Sometimes you want to do so much, sometimes you want to achieve so much, but still, just because what others might think, you don't even try from your side. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys a very simple and a very amazing exercise on how you cannot sell yourself short and take complete control over yourself and realize that you have what it takes. It's just a matter of right time and taking that right action. There's one thing that you have to understand, that is, the fear of you not being good enough doesn't mean you're actually not good enough. And definitely there's nothing wrong with you. You're probably afraid because you have this internalized feelings of self-doubt, self-criticism because of the experiences that you had in your past. And probably this could be the reasons why you aren't moving forward. Okay, so for me personally, after graduating last year and after completing my internship, so there was this one particular company I really wanted to get into. So I did all that I could to create an amazing portfolio, stayed till 3 in the morning, and I had to cancel a few plans with my friends and family because this was my main priority. And there were times when my software had few glitches, so I had to redo the complete portfolio again from scratch, but still I did it. And after solid hard work of 2 months, I still did not get in. I was so devastated, you guys. I literally thought, like, what was all this hard work for? And I started to realize, like, maybe this wasn't meant for me. And I completely got shattered. I lost all my confidence. I didn't even feel like applying to different companies because I just thought that this was my dream company and all this weren't even meant for me. But still, I tried. I tried applying to other good companies. I didn't hear back from them. I was so devastated. I just felt like, why was this happening and what was this happening for? And after a couple of weeks, a person reached out to me over LinkedIn and he asked me, he wanted me to work for him as a freelancer. So time capsule, I've been working as a freelancer for quite some time now. It's been like 2 years, and I do pitch my rates based on the experiences that I have and based on the projects that I've been received. So when this person asked me, so Amisha, how much do you charge for this particular project? For some reason, you guys are not going to believe this, I literally put down the most modest figure because I thought I wasn't worth the bigger sum. Even though I knew that this project requires so much amount, but still I sell myself so short because I didn't get the company that I wanted, I didn't get what I wanted, so I felt maybe I wasn't worth of all these things that life could offer. That's what we do. Sometimes, even if we get some good opportunities, we still sell ourselves so short because we think that just because it didn't happen in past doesn't mean we won't deserve it in future. And there were times when people used to ask me, so what do you like about yourself the most and what do you adore about yourself the most? And for some reason, it was so easy for me to sell out my flaws because I felt I was built with them. And I used to always tell people what I lack, what I do not have, would always used to compare myself with others. Because I had too much of expectations on myself and I wasn't really able to fulfill those expectations. So I used to go out there and look for reassurance. And people used to believe that she is not good enough and she doesn't have those high values that a person need to have to fulfill their own desires. And after an incident with my friend, it made me realize that it's very important to not to sell yourself short and not to give the other person the audacity to think that you cannot do this or you do not have what it takes. So what happens is that initially they're going to be there for you, they're going to listen to you, they're going to understand all your concern and they're going to help you in leveling up. But after some time, if you keep instilling this thought into their brain, saying that you cannot do this, you do not have what it takes, then they're definitely going to use that against you. And again, you'll be left with nothing but misery, anxiety, and trust issues. See, I'm not saying that my friend was completely wrong or that she wasn't supportive. Of course she was. 100%. She's an amazing person out there. What I'm trying to say here is that stop looking for reassurance out there when you actually can give that reassurance to yourself. And also, what I have realized after a lot of analyzing and a lot of self-experience, that it's well to know our inabilities, for this shows that we can improve in the areas where we aren't good enough. But if we keep focusing on our negative characteristics, then we are in a complete mess and our values are too small. And right now, I'm at a point in my life where I started to think bigger. And I've taken complete control over myself, and I've realized the power of journaling. Because the moment you start journaling, you will realize a lot of things about you. You will realize where you're going wrong, and you can actually improve on those aspects without someone else telling you. And you will eventually grow as a person without someone else giving you the reassurance. And even when some client comes and tells me that, Amisha, you're charging a lot for this particular project, I straight off tell them that I know what I'm capable of. And for this particular project, this price is reasonable. And you're definitely going to love it. Now, I know most of them are going to negotiate with me saying that, but Amisha, don't you think for a longer client relationship, it's important that you raise your prices based on the client's budget? Absolutely, it is important. But it's way more important to not to sell yourself short and to not to agree with the prices that doesn't match your worth. If you know that you have a particular talent, embrace it. Show the world out there that you have something that they don't. It's not really about comparison. But if you have something, then make use of it. Embrace it. Don't sell yourself so short that once when I go to this level, that's when I start to raise my standards, or that's when I start to raise my prices. Know that you are already enough and that you have everything that it takes. For example, there are people out there who thinks that once when I lose weight, that's when I'll wear this certain clothes. Or once when I learn this particular skill, that's when I'll start posting online. No, it doesn't work like that. And if you want a more assurance, then start to take action towards yourself. And by this, I don't mean like just saying that you will take action towards yourself. You need to take action towards yourself and track your growth. See how far you have come or see where you want to go. The moment you say that where you want to be in next few days or in next 1 year, track your growth, like how far you have come from then till now. The moment you start doing that, you will realize a lot about yourself and you will automatically start to raise your standards, and no one can ever tell you that you aren't good enough.
So here's an exercise that has helped me massively, and I really hope it might help you all as well. So all you need to do is make sure you have a pen and a paper, and I want you to draw out 2 columns. In the first column, you can just write on your 5 best chef facets. Now it could be anything, starting from your personality, technical skills, education qualification, talent, anything as such. And in the second column, I want you to write down 3 successful people who have achieved larger success but who do not have this asset as great as you do. Now look closely and tell me, what do you see? Well, if you look closely, you will realize that you outrank many successful people in at least one of this asset. And there's only one conclusion that you can come up with. That is, you are bigger than you think you are. With this, you will know that you have what it takes. But it's just that due to others' accomplishments, we forget what we are worth of or what we have within ourselves. We start comparing that they have something that we lack, well, in fact, you have something that you didn't even realize until you did this. So take advantage of it and then tell me that you do not have what it takes.